Today we're going to talk about one of the most alluring and stimulating topics in business and government. A topic which we have all experienced and has been around as long as civilization and will remain with us as long as governments exist. In fact, the topic is so sexy, you're going to want to show this video to your significant other at night before bed. You will thank me. I'm sure that many of you have already guessed what this is. That's right, we're going to talk about bureaucracy. Wait! Don't turn off the video. Sure, I stretched the truth and mischaracterized the appeal of the topic, but it's for a good reason. You're going to learn some things, such as what bureaucracy is, where it comes from, how to navigate it, how to prevent it, and how to use it to your advantage, and so much more. The first thing we'll learn is the one thing that plagues everyone about bureaucracy the most. That is, of course, how to spell it. And here is my first made-up statistic. Bureaucracy is the number one misspelled business word starting with a B and having between 10 and 12 letters. That's just a fun fact. I find remembering how to spell it is much easier when you understand the ideology of the word. The word bureaucracy comes from the French words bureau, meaning desk, and créti, meaning government. This is, of course, because government means approving things. And when the request to get something done sits in a stack of papers on some administrator's desk because they're tied up in endless meetings, taking ridiculous online training, or participating in team building events, nothing is ever accomplished. But even the French people realize their government is crazy, which is why the word créti and crazy sound so similar. But don't take my word for it. Say them to yourself. You'll see it's true. So for spelling purposes, understand that bureaucracy is actually bureaucrazy. And when you put the words together, all you have to do is replace the Z with the C, and you have the correct spelling. But remember, there is no I in bureaucracy. There are only two U's, because bureaucrats are here for you. And in an effort to reinforce your newfound spelling proficiency, for the remainder of this video, I will be referring to bureaucracy as bureaucrazy. Now that we know how to spell bureaucracy, we can try to understand what it is. As we already discussed, bureaucracy literally means sending paperwork to be signed at the crazy desk. And this gives administrators everywhere a standard to aspire to. So the next time you're frustrated trying to get plans and permits approved and think that those handling your paperwork must be incompetent, trust me, they're not. By definition, they're required to be crazy, and these government administrators have a reputation to uphold. So what is bureaucracy? Well, basically it's when people who don't have real work to do insert themselves into the processes of other people doing value-added work. They do this because they need to take credit for something so no one discovers that they don't actually add value themselves. In fact, they ultimately suck value out of the final product because their involvement causes it to be delayed, makes it more expensive, and less effective. This is not news to any of you, I'm sure. So if we all know this, why is bureaucracy so prevalent? To answer this question, we have to go to the buffet. You know, when you see all the food, the hot steaming roast beef, fried chicken, and pasta entrees, and all the starchy sides smothered in butter, the huge salad bars with 5 flavors of ranch dressing, and the desserts. Oh, the desserts. You get so excited you put it all on your plate. But your eyes are always bigger than your stomach, and you end up overeating and wasting a bunch of food. You end up bloated and in pain for your distended belly, but justifying yourself saying, I had to do it because it was such a good deal. Well, politicians and bureaucrats are the same way. They have all these ideas and see all of these new programs which sound like good ideas at the time. My constituents will love me if I just do more, they say to themselves. The problem is, they can't do more. They don't have the bandwidth, the time, the resources, and perhaps most importantly, they don't have the expertise. Every one of the projects and aspects of society they try to control means they have to insert themselves, or their people, in order to take credit for it. This means they need a desk, and a crazy person sitting in it, in order to sign paperwork to approve and disapprove stuff. And if you have a desk, well, you need an office. And if you have bureaucrats who want to get paid more, they have to have other people to boss around, because the number of people a person supervises is a sign of how important they are. And with all of these people, they now need meetings to tell them what to do, training to teach them how to do it, and team building events to make them feel good about it. So they end up spending more time taking care of the office and employees than they do providing the buffet of services to the public. This is what we call a self-licking ice cream cone, and that's how bureaucracy happens. Okay, now you know what bureaucracy is, how to spell it, how it gets started. In our next video, we'll discuss how it works, how to navigate within it, how to prevent it, and how to use it to your advantage.